What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. This is our pre-match preview for the game against Man United at the Hill Dickinson Stadium on Monday night. I've not been on here for around 6 or 7 days. I've needed a rest talking about Everton. Everton haven't played as well. I think it's by the time we play United on Monday, it's around just under 2 weeks, 13, I think 13 days. Obviously, Everton getting knocked out of the FA Cup. We've had no fixture. So in that time frame, Everton have been linked with players. I could have come on here and spoke about it, but those circulations around this period of time when there's nothing really going on, it's going to happen. Trends such as John Stones linked with Everton as a return, Everton linked with Liam Delap from Chelsea, and so on. But listen, this is our pre-match preview, and this is a game where Everton could potentially do the double over Man United, something that Everton haven't done since David Moyes was in charge of Man United. And he actually lost his job the day after. Everton that day won 2-0. I was at the game. So, listen, Blues, the result that we got at Old Trafford were fantastic. I thought the lads that night were fantastic. I think Everton away from home have been superb. But it's that daunting task of playing at home. The Hill Dickinson Stadium hasn't served us with fantastic results, below par performances. But I'm not, in the same sentence, I'm not optimistic with this fixture. The games where we are optimistic, Everton have let us down. So I'm trying to think positive in that mindset. United are due a loss. 4 straight wins under Michael Carrick. They drew the last game. There's always a chance, Blues. There really is. So we've just got to see and hope for the best. We've got to hope that Everton can probably set up in an away, like an away structure, the way that we are away from home. United are going to have a lot of the ball. We've got to take our chances. When I think about teams such as Arsenal to that level, I know Arsenal are a better level than United. But we were unlucky that night. We didn't create a lot of chances, but there were an opportunity there for Everton to come away with a point. I personally believe we should have had a penalty. So, there's every chance, Blues. There is every chance. In terms of personnel, we're going to see a right back at right back, unless he goes with Jimmy Garner at right back because Jake O'Brien is suspended. We've seen the press conference today. Seamus Coleman is available. Seamus, unfortunately, got injured against Man United at Old Trafford. Came off after around 13 minutes. But for me, Nathan Patterson has done nothing wrong. I think Nathan Patterson has been unfairly, taken out the team to put Jake O'Brien in there. A 6'6" centre half playing at right back. For me, Nathan Patterson should have featured in every single game. Since I think he did really well against Villa. The likes of Merlin Rowe, who's done fantastic against Villa that night, and he's not had much. Well, he's had no game time, to be honest. I don't think he's had any minutes on the pitch since. So, Blues, we're going to see a right back at right back. In terms of centre half, I think you're going to see Tarkowski and Jared Branthwaite in there. Personally, Mikalenko at left back, and unless he went something like Jared at left back, Keenan Tarkowski, I could see that happening. You've got your midfield three. Again, he's going to go with Idrissa Gana. I think he personally deserved to be taken out of the team. He's come straight back in from AFCON, and I don't think he should have been chucked in straight away. I think we could have game managed Idrissa's minutes. I think for me, he's a player who could come on with, protecting a lead, 20, 25 minutes to go. But, he's going to go with him. And listen, no disrespect to Tolter Idrissa Gana. Been a fantastic servant for our football club on 2 occasions. And in David Moyes' press conference today, he said, we're starting to see where they were in terms of, and he were on about Illiman and Jai as well, in terms of, the pace of the Premier League and going away to the AFCON and then coming back. So listen, they've had time on the training ground. So, there's no excuses, to be honest. Jimmy Gardner, for me, he will be in there. We probably address Keenan Dewsbury all. Um, and then the winger positions, Ilman and Jai to the left. And then, there's decisions to be made on the left hand side. I'm hoping that we're not going to see Dwight McNeil. Um, Tyler Diblin, he hasn't had much game time. He really hasn't. Even on the right hand side, again, not many minutes. When we've played the likes of Burnley away, I thought he did all right. When we played Forest away, um, he did well. And we're going to miss Jack Grealish on that left hand side, Blues, but we've got the new lad in from Chelsea on loan, and listen, he showed a lot of promise. In glimpses, he looks like he's got a bit of pace about him. He can drive at defenders. You can see him trying to link up with Mikalenko. But on occasions, Mikalenko, defensive mindset, not producing and doing those overlaps. And I think obviously Tieno Barry is going to be the one up top. I think Beto obviously got his goal against Brighton, 97th minute. But I think we'll keep the faith with Tieno Barry. And yeah, Blue. So let me know your thoughts. Um, you know, what do you think? It's going to be a tough game against United. Um, it does feel very daunting at the minute going to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. It almost feels better and more enjoyable watching Everton away from home. I don't get to many away games, unfortunately, and I wish I bloody did. We are well the playing away from home. I wish it was flipped. I wish it was roles reversed, where I was going to the away games more than the home games. So, Blues, I'm going to leave this one there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.